Chapter 1. My Inspiration, Me and My Family. 26/11/2013. Inspired from the article A Silent Victory by Dr. Indrani Raimedhi, Sunday Reading, The Assam Tribune, 24/11/2013. I wanted to bring to view and share my life's good and bad. Besides being a prolific writer, late Mrs. Arundhati Datta was a popular Assamese news reader in Doordarshan. Dr. Raimedhi expressed the boldness in Mrs. Datta when she underwent treatment for breast cancer. Very precisely she brought into picture how this lady in the ripeness of midlife guarded the secret of the fact that she faced. With full of life and glamour, she took classes in the institute where she was undergoing the dreaded chemotherapy. Her preparation of the house like spring cleaning, making a trolley to hold her medicines, keeping stock of music and movie. Her stylish attitude would not reveal her disease, and when chemotherapy drained her out even of her hair, she would wear a wig and take classes at her institute. Students would think it's their teacher's makeover. The renowned historian and scholar late Dr. Pratap Chandra Choudhury was none other than my father-in-law. His work, The History of Civilization of the People of Assam to the 12th century AD, has an appendix that deals with the archaeology of Assam. In it, one can find a reference to the early civilization of Darang and Udalguri districts. Mention may be made of his books Shankardeva and his Renaissance, Churning of Nectar, Amrit Manthan, Hastir Vidyanava, the illustrated manuscript compiled by Sukumar Borkait in 1734, was edited by Dr. P.C. Choudhury. His intellect and writing skills also influenced me into writing. Dr. Arun Bhushan Borua, my beloved Mama, was a dedicated scientist at Iowa State University, Ames, Iowa, USA. He visited India as a Fulbright specialist to share his knowledge on vitamin A and carotenoids. Besides scientific papers publications in reputed journals, he authored several books on vitamin A and carotenoids. He contributed many articles to the magazine Luitor Poratheim Soloi. His book Living on Two Sides of the Planet, published in October 2010, is his own life history. His expression of life on both sides of the planet is so well quoted that it geared me to writing my life's experience, my son's life as a valiant warrior and his reminiscence. My self-esteem increases that I was born and brought up in a well-to-do family in the Scotland of the East, Shillong. I am Bina Bindu's eldest daughter, Dr. Monica Sharma Choudhury, nicknamed Tinku. I present a picture of myself, thin-built, tanned complexion, blunt hair, and spectacled, with a warm heart. My childhood simplicity kept me aloof from the tensions and complications of life. A fun-filled life in Shillong was balanced with the seriousness of the school curriculum. My school, Loreto Convent, a reputed institute that built our etiquette from the core. St. Mary's College guided me to procure the MBBS and postgraduate course in Guwahati Medical College. My father, late Mr. Dipendranath Sharma, popularly known as Binda or Bindu Dada, was a flourishing entrepreneur of Shillong. The Northeast Printing Press, established in 1960 in Police Bazaar, was under his proprietorship. Unfortunately, in 1970, a devastating fire engulfed it, along with a succession of showrooms and shops, and the press was shifted to Kitting Road as Northern Printers. My mother, Mrs. Bina Sharma, is the most soft-hearted and well-mannered person I have ever met. Any person coming across her builds a soft space in his or her heart. My brother Mr. Rupam Sharma Rintu and my sister Dr. Sangeeta Sharma Pompi and I would call our father Bubu. Bubu was our boss. We feared his anger, especially when things were not in place. He taught us that generosity paves the way to heaven. We were taught to adjust to every class of the society, rich or poor. I am an anesthesiologist by profession and my husband Dr. Bhaskar Choudhury is an ophthalmologist. Together we worked in Haji Abdul Majid Memorial Hospital and Research Center, Hojai, for 2 decades. At present, I work in KGMT Multispeciality Hospital and Bhaskar in Pragjyoti Eye Care and Research Center in Guwahati. Bhaskar is well built and tall, a good-hearted person and of composed nature, a person of silent demeanor. Once in a blue moon his loud voice and laughter would reverberate, and that would bring out his real self. He is a good sportsman and has played handball in national level, was often conferred as the man of the match in cricket during student days and in professional life. Our eldest son, Mr. Jishnu Choudhury Paplu, was born on 9 January 1994, a precious and healthy baby gifted by God. Ronku, our nephew, named him Jishnu after Lord Indra, Vishnu, Arjun and the sun. Jishnu is Jitishnu, meaning one who conquers all. His intellect and curiosity could be noticed from infancy. At the age of 3, he raised a question to Dr. Faridul and Dr. Midul, the then resident doctors of Ham and Arsi. He asked, "Why does a lizard's defecate have a white dot at its end?" Oh my God, what a question! At last I would not ponder so. Our younger son, Mr. Rishabh Choudhury Ruplu, was also a great gift of God. I named him Rishabh after the name of the first Tirthankar, Rishabhanatha. Tirthankar in Sanskrit means teaching God, and Jainism is about simple living based on the teachings of 24 Tirthankars, of which Lord Mahavira was the last and the most prominent. Rishabh in Sanskrit also means to be cheerful, superior and excellent with morality. This cheerful boy was attacked by a man-eater at the tender age of 10 in 2011. He fought the killer and came out victorious and lived a carefree life, forgetting all the physical agony he had gone through. On 26 November 2013, being inspired by Dr. Rai Medhi's article The Silent Victory, I started to pen down my sad story. It is the story of my son's silent victory in fighting the killer disease. But I stopped. I did not have the courage to continue, lest Ruplu might read and be mentally disturbed. I took a long pause. 4/3/2019. My dear Ruplu, Pooh, exactly a month ago you had left for your heavenly abode. You were a vibrant child till 10 and a valiant warrior for the last 8 years. Finally you paved your way to be with the Lord. But how do I live without you? I would not be at peace until you showed me a way to survive. I got connected to you through this memoir and restarted writing all that mattered to you to keep you alive. Paplu grew up to be tall and handsome, sincere and hardworking. He is pursuing Masters in Civil Engineering in IIT Guwahati. He did his schooling from Don Bosco High School, Hojai, and Class 12 from NPS International School, Guwahati. His perseverance acclaimed him as the school topper in Class 12 board exams. He procured B.Tech from NIT Hamirpur. One day he called me from IITG and said that he had been working on a numerical for last 5 hours but failed to get the answer. O Lord, both brothers Paplu and Ruplu were born with two different insights. One has an amazing endurance and is a lover of maths, and the other hated maths and gave a fleeting moment for it. Ruplu too grew up to be a handsome 6 feet tall spectacled boy full of life and vigor, intelligent and practical. My mother-in-law, Mrs. Uttara Choudhury, is a 90-year-old lady, very simple and soft-spoken. She is so humble that Baba could mold her easily to obey his commands. Bharskar's elder brother, Mr. Bimalendu Choudhury, known for his Devanand look, has acted in an Assamese movie Debi. He has retired from the government service and is a man of strict principles. His wife, Mrs. Sabitri Choudhury Indubo, is also a retired school teacher. She has a great cultural hold and was the most wanted in the school cultural events. Diplip Choudhury Sumi is their eldest daughter, married to Mr. Nilanjan Jana. Sumi was a freelance writer at freelancer.com and Nilu the area manager at Metronics, Bangalore. Recently, they have shifted to Toronto, Canada. Chandrakala Choudhury Pommy is their second daughter working at ETV Bharat, Delhi. Nilutpal Choudhury Babu is their youngest son, Ruplu's most adorable cousin with whom he spent hours playing games on their tablet, watching movies and dining. Bhaskar's elder sister, Dr. Bimala Das Runuba, retired as vice principal from Kamaikharam Borwa Girls College. She is married to Dr. Upen Das Bhindo, retired as professor and head of the Department of Mathematics, Guwahati University. Bhindo is a very kind-hearted, active and humorous person. He is a true Indian and wears dhoti and kurta. So strict with his principles that he chose to wear his attire to travel to the US to meet his eldest son, Dr. Jishu Kinkar Das Ronku. Ronku is a physician in Columbus, Ohio. His wife Gita Bharali is a very gentle lady. Their daughters Riniki and Misiki would enlighten our tradition there with Indian dance forms in their home away from home. Bhindo and Baido are very unfortunate like us. In 2006, their second son, late Mr. Gitartha Das Ankur, passed away. The young aspirant who joined service after completion of MBA met with the deadliest accident that took away his precious life. Dr. Dear Ankur, rest in peace. Their youngest and adorable son, Mr. Nirankush Das Raja, an MBA from IIT Kharagpur, is a manager in ICICI Bank in Hyderabad. His wife Geraldine Jerwa is also a lovely lady. Bhaskar's second eldest sister, Mrs. Urmila Das Bhantiba, is a charming lady. She is married to Mr. Mohanlal Das Bhindo, a gentle and soft-spoken person. He retired as judicial magistrate and then worked as chairman of Foreigners Tribunal in Borpeta. Their daughter Hiya Das Guddu works in Dispur Law College and son Darshan Das Bhoku is doing internship after completion of BDS. My brother Rintu is the proprietor at Nine Woods Engineering and Construction. His mega project at Khanapara is the Krivi Square apartment. His wife, Mrs. Bidisha Sharma Babi, is very good homemaker and has a great passion for baking. Their daughter Akriti Raina is doing law in Bangalore and their son Aaron Rian is in class 7. He and Ruplu were very good companions. Ma stays with Rintu's family. My sister Pompey is married to Dr. Parthapratim Sharma. Both are dental surgeons. The jolly couple's loving daughter Aishwarya Lola is in class 12. She loved and cared a lot for Ruplu. My family is strongly bonded with a horde of relatives, aunts, uncles and cousins. Pooh grew up in the midst of this loving and caring family and won the hearts of all by his amiable and compassionate nature. Every moment of our lives we miss him and remember him. Dear, this close-knit family will surely hold back your memories. Every morning I light the dhoop and diya and start my morning prayers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I was given the knowledge that on chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, Ruplu would reside at Vaikuntha Dham. Then I would pray to all the gods and goddesses and seek blessings from my father and father-in-law. I continue my school prayer, Our Father in heaven, so that Ruplu would be in a better place in heaven with the Lord. I chant Ya Allah Ya Salamu to keep him fit in the Jannat, and the Buddhist mantra Nam Myoho Renge Kyo so that he may still bloom like the lotus. Ruplu is my God. As I pray, I locate him and see him in all the temple premises that he had visited, pray to him and seek his guidance.